What's good, YouTube? It's Stud HD coming to you guys with a brand new video. And today in this video, we're going to be checking out the new golden ticket, Colston Loveland. This is the final release of golden tickets, and we had to go out with a bang using probably one of the new best wide receivers in the game. I think you could argue this card is number one or tied with Joe Thomas. He is 6'5", 245 pounds, so he's got good height and weight to him. His tight end card was absolutely insane, and I expect this wide receiver to be as well. He has 99 speed, 99 catching traffic, 99 short route running, 97 medium, and 99 deep route running. Some of the route running is boosted up by some strategy cards I have, but he has 98 carrying, 99 run block, 99 change of direction, as well as 91 juke and 86 spin move. Overall, this card stat-wise is going to be incredible. He also has a lot of really good abilities. We are just going to use the normal max security on his X Factor. We are going to be force-feeding this ball to Colston Loveland, so hopefully we get that activated. Now, as for the 3 baked-on abilities, he gets Vanguard for 0, Angry Runs for 0, and Truz for 0 AP. Outside of adding tank and maybe route tech, these are the 3 best wide receiver abilities you can have in the game. Now let's get on to the other discounted abilities. He gets Mossed for 0 AP, Yak him up for 0, route tech for 0, and then for 1 AP he gets tank, double me, and max security for 1 AP. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not gonna be using Mossed. It's just not that good of ability. I'm gonna use the double me, and we also did throw on the route tech, so you get 2 of those. Now the only downside to this card is if you want the glitchy spin move, he actually doesn't hit the threshold for the spin to just get normal spin cycle, so we have to use evasive for 0 AP. We also threw on tank for 0 AP. Also, in these ability buckets, everything is basically 0 to 1 AP. The only thing that's not 0 AP is route tech, and so we also threw on the tank. We have the evasive. We threw mid elite for 0 AP. Not too sure what else to run, honestly. And we also threw on matchup nightmare for 0 AP. So overall, Colston Loveland should be a solid card. Let's go ahead and get into a game and check out how Colston Loveland's golden ticket plays. All right, Loveland, I need you to get open down the field. Can you do that? Actually, it looks like Kelsey, and Kelsey gets his feet down. All right, maybe the drag route would get open. The drag will get open, and Loveland, if you could just spin off of that. Loveland does spin again, and he's breaking all of these tackles, and Loveland just did the craziest thing I've ever seen for a touchdown. And he's doing a little horse celebration in the end zone. Nah, that's crazy, especially against the Cowboys, too. That honestly might have just sealed the video. I mean, that was just insane. I've never seen a card do that. All right, we're going to find out how good or bad my opponent is here. He's got a God Squad, so we'll see, but he does also have literally Dak Prescott as QB, and we need to hit stick him a little bit better there. Come on, man. Right, he's dropping back into 5 wide. We can just get a little blitz here. It's not exactly a blitz I'm looking for, and dude, I'm just playing absolute demons when it comes to throwing across the middle, and I was about to say, if one of my players does not hop on that fumble, oh, I was going to lose it. That ball bounced around literally so many times. It bounced literally like 20 yards in the backfield for my opponents to grab it. Also, we are going to be going to this little end around play, and the end around might be working. Latham, I just need you to keep on holding that block, and maybe we stiff arm. We just stiff arm Ed Too Tall. This card is having himself a game. All right, we're going to put him on the corner route, and we'll see if maybe he gets open. I don't know if he will, but I mean, we'll definitely try it out, and honestly, I'll just take off with Derrick Henry. And if we move over Spice, maybe my opponent will just absolutely forget that Loveland is going to be going across the middle of the field, and that is not the case at all. This definitely could be a run. I kind of have a feeling it is going to be a run, and it's actually not going to be a run. He does have Laporta open. Okay, nice job, Fred Williams. You didn't even decide to guard Metcalf. Love that for you, buddy. All right, Loveland, can you get open? Never mind. It looks like Ted will, and Ted's not spinning. All right, one of these short routes has to get open, and it looks like Spice is going to get open, and Spice is holding on to that for the first down. All right, can Loveland get open on this play? I think Loveland is open. We just have to hope he comes down with it, and Loveland with the big touchdown there. We had a big old 6'8" guy on him in coverage. It didn't matter. We threw an absolute laser beam. Honestly, Derrick Henry very much confuses me as a card. Sometimes he'll overthrow a card, and next thing you know, he'll put it right in the breadbasket for a touchdown. It's insane. All right, this is probably going to be the easiest touchdown my opponent's ever going to score, and sure enough, it definitely is. It's actually not going to be deep down the field at all. And Ted, did you stay in bounds? Oh my God, Ted, keep on going. Score this touchdown for me, Ted. Come on, Ted Hendricks. He's not able to take my field goal. Hopefully we get a stop on defense in the 3rd. Straight dots only. And now we're getting pancaked, and he gets a walk-in touchdown. All right, not sure I've really shown off the end around in this game. We'll go to the end around and see if we can get some decent blocking, and Loveland is just taking off for as far as he can. All right, Kelsey, I need you to get open, and Kelsey, nope, game over. I lost. Block kick, buddy! That's how you win a game. All that yapping. All that yapping, buddy. What happened? All right, I'm not even kidding. This is literally a Bengals theme team. This is actually, like, hilarious. I'm pretty sure Loveland is going to have a great day, considering I know how the Bengals theme team is, and Kelsey's going to be getting his feet down. We're going to be going to Loveland across the middle, and Loveland's holding on to that football. All right, in my last game, I tried to run this specific end-around play, and it looks like we're finally actually getting it to work, and Loveland, you have one person to beat. Loveland is going to be getting down to the 3-yard line. All right, we're going back to the end-around. I have like 3 attempts to do whatever I want here, and the end-around is going to be working. Loveland into the end zone. You know, when you have a card that has angry runs, you're kind of just able to do whatever you want with the card. All right, so we have found a game, and we do have Colston Loveland playing the slot. We're going to give him a corner route, see if he can actually get open, and it looks like he is going to get open. Is he going to hold his feet down? He will. We got a nice 23-yard gain off of that. All right, it might be kind of crazy going to a touch pass on 3rd and 2. We're going to go ahead and do it anyways, and it looks like Loveland should be able to spin off of this. Maybe spin again. We're breaking the tackle. Loveland, can you just keep on going? We just punched a man off of us. Loveland is playing really good. All right, we're going to put him on this corner route. Hopefully this can get open. My opponent's basically just trying to blitz me like crazy, but we'll see if Loveland gets open. It's not gonna happen, but Latham is going to potentially get us close to the first down. All right, my opponent's been playing this like man coverage. I'm gonna see if a wheel route to Loveland gets open. We're gonna give him a shot. We're gonna see if he can come down with this, and of course we get intercepted by a tight end. This is the all right, Loveland, I need you to get open. It's not gonna happen, so I guess we'll take Latham. We'll spin off that and get the first down. Get some breathing room there off of our first terrible drive we had. All right, Loveland, can you get open? Loveland should get open. He's going to be holding on to that, and we're going to get more yards. We're stiff-arming somebody off of us, and we have 3 catches for 76 yards. All right, if we can just get him into the end zone, that would be nice. All right, we're going to be sending Loveland deep, and Loveland, can you hold on to this ball? Loveland is going to be holding on to that football. I'm going to be honest, I thought I was going to get intercepted. I actually didn't even highball that. All right, maybe this will kind of confuse my opponent. We're going to Loveland on this drag route. I just got to make sure he gets open, and we'll go down, and Loveland, can you spin into the end zone? We're breaking all these tackles, breaking more tackles. He's just not breaking them into the end zone. All right, if he's going to run man coverage, there's no way that we're just going to allow this to happen, right? Come on. Can you get into the end zone? Loveland is going to be fighting his way into the end zone. Angry Runs helps us on that drive, and we get the touchdown. All right, can we get a stop here? And I knew where my opponent was trying to throw at. I ran over to that side, and I couldn't get the ball. All right, what is my opponent doing here? He's trying to throw something there, and a fumble on DK Metcalf, and it's our football. All right, Loveland, will you get open? Can you come down with that? He is going to. Honestly, I'm very surprised that I actually got max security, like, actually open. It's actually kind of crazy. Didn't expect to get it activated, and maybe this will confuse my opponent because we're actually going to go to this. We're going to spin off of this and just keep on going. He literally doesn't go down. Even when he's getting hit out of bounds, he is still on his feet. Anyways, I'm taking a shot at Loveland. Loveland, hold on to that football, and I thought he was going to. All right, can we get a first down? We sure enough can get a first down. Never mind. How does that go to the 5'10" guy? How does that make sense, man? All right, if we can get another fumble or something here, I'd really appreciate it. We need our football back. Oh, we finally get another fumble. Finally, that McCaffrey card fumbles, man. Joe Flacco picking it up, and we are down to the 20-yard line. All right, I have made some adjustments. I have moved certain players from certain positions, and I'm hoping that this will actually make it better for us. All right, Loveland, can you come down with this ball? We're throwing a high ball, and Loveland is going to be getting the touchdown. Honestly, all it took was me moving him from wide receiver, from the slot receiver to a wide receiver 2 position. Works out perfectly. My opponent switched 6 off of Metcalf, and he lets up the touchdown. Well, guys, that is going to do it for today's video using the new 99 overall wide receiver Colston Loveland with the final release of Golden Tickets. And honestly, Colston Loveland is a really solid card. He's got every ability. He's got all the stats that you really want on a card. I just think that for a card that is like 3.8 million coins right now, I just don't know if it'd be worth picking up. I'd wait till maybe he's like 1 million coins. Or if you want to, Fan Appreciation does have a free golden ticket. You could pick him up there. Honestly, I think Joe Thomas might still be wide receiver 1, but this is definitely like wide receiver 2. And unless you consider Ted Hendricks a wide receiver a wide receiver, then we might be looking at 3 like 6'5", 6'7" guys at wide receiver, which is insane. But double me worked fine. Route tech worked. Evasive was obviously giving him the glitchy spin move. Tank. Truz obviously worked perfectly. And Angry Runs honestly was the star of the show. Angry Runs just makes it so much more versatile. You can use them in end arounds. You can use them in touch passes. And it basically gives them a free yak 'em up. So I will always take that. We had a lot of fun using this Loveland card. If we take a look at his stats real quick, when it comes to rushing, we had 7 attempts for 75 yards. We had a rushing touchdown. We also had 15 catches for 294 yards and 4 receiving touchdowns. Technically, it was 5 in the first game. EA absolutely cheated me out of a wide open wheel route touchdown. So I'm counting that as the 5th touchdown. This card was insane. He also had a bunch of 20-yard rushes as well. So really awesome card. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions on this down below. But if you guys did like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, put on post notifications so you guys don't miss another video. Have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.